Good evening and welcome to the Pizza Roundtable, part of the I Need Pizza Club network, where every Tuesday or perhaps Wednesday night, we talk about the general pizza goings-on in the pizza industry. I am one of your hosts this evening, Jim Mumford, joined by the legendary Will Dumas. Will, hello. How have you been?
What's up, Jim? How you doing, man? I'm doing all right.
Yeah, same. Like I say, sorry, everyone, day late. We got rocked with some storms here in Michigan, so didn't have power as Will and I were just discussing, but we're back now. Happy to talk pizza. Will, you were in New York. Any good pizza or did maybe not pan out like you wanted?
You know, it's a reminder that New York doesn't just have good pizza everywhere. Don't be fooled by this. Plan your pizza accordingly ahead of time. You know, I was in a touristy area and I went to a spot, you know, just thinking like, I'll grab a slice and I've heard good things. And maybe I'm just becoming a pizza snob, man, but it was just one of those. I'm just like, nope, don't even want to finish this. And there's way better pizza I can eat elsewhere. No, thank you.
It was a DNF.
Yeah.
No.
Only because my expectations were just, you know, like, all right,
I get it.
This will be a good solid slice. And we didn't hit that point. And I said, man, lost,
not for you.
Unfortunately. Yeah, dude.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, next time, I guess. That's a bummer. That makes me a little sad. Yeah, for me,
I'm with you.
We went camping in Canada. I sent this to the roundtable chat. There is one, by the way. It's pretty cool. Don't be jealous. I made campfire pizza, a little Sicilians on the campfire, foiled them, you know, made them on the car. This was real camping. Like, as Will pointed out, there's an axe in the picture. Like, this is camping. But we did it. I was a little nervous, but it was awesome. Nice smoky flavor. Not the best melt on the cheese, but considering we were truly in the middle of nowhere, I thought it played. Right?
I thought it looked good for what you were cooking on and where you were. I mean, like, that came out like a decent looking pizza, man.
I mean, there are no survivors. I appreciate that. I will say, I made two. The other one, I chickened out and did a pan. It still turned out okay, but man, that one, the campfire was pretty good. Pretty good stuff. So,
what was the way? So talk us through the method for 1 second, because this is interesting, dude. Of how could you? Because I mean, do you just think in general, anyone doing this live fire? Bottom of the pizza can get super hot very quickly. Get completely ruined.
So I par-baked the crust, pulled it out, cooled it, and then I had a baking sheet that was basically brand new, so shiny, right?
Yeah.
Indirect heat off the flame, right? But still plenty hot. Covered it in foil and kind of let it sit for longer than I thought I should have. Didn't dry out. Again, the foil kept everything moist. Yeah, it worked. I actually don't think I would change a thing if I did again. I used like Sicilian plain oil, right? So it definitely stayed moist, even if it maybe lost some water, right? Some moisture, but it was good. Pepperoni was the play. Again, light cheese, heavy sauce, right? But it was good. Very smoky. The pan still smell like a campfire. I made some pizzas last night. I'm like, oh, these still smell like I, did them over the open flame, which is maybe a plus. Maybe some people pay more for that, but.
Dude, I forgot to tell you afterwards that I was watching a video recently of campfire pizza, literally completely random, Jim.
Completely random, of course, yeah.
The play, obviously my phone heard me talking, right? But the play of this was I saw people rolling the pizza up and then kind of doing it almost like a baked potato of just like covering it in tinfoil and throwing it in the flames when they came out. Listen, no longer, in my opinion, technically a pizza, but it was a pizza roll up and it was just an interesting way to do like live fire pizza. So it was like a burrito wrapped pizza was the outcome then. Maybe version 2 next time you're out there. Then
yeah, like pinwheels, right?
Yeah,
I don't hate that. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate that. Like I did, because I had plenty of backups, right? I did fold one in half and do like a pizza sandwich kind of thing. And that was awesome. Like that actually was far superior. Because you could kind of flip it and it had some guts. But I like the pinwheel idea actually.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's good stuff.
Yeah. More can now. You need to go camping more. Thank you. I'm glad you're volunteering.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
My back's still hurting from this time, but next year we'll try all the different pizza varietals. All right, we have 5 really great and 1 mediocre article this week. We're gonna start east and move west, I think, because there's you need some sort of flavor to it. So, TNH.com, New Haven, attempting to break another Guinness World Record with the largest pizza costume party. So, before we get into it, we have covered a lot of world records. What was the one the other night, right, where there was just like tens of thousands of pizza, right? Just like staggering. Well, New Haven, who did have the record, right, for a while, they're going to hit it again. So they're inviting 5,000 participants to set the next record in mid-September. The difference is they want a costume party. So they're basically asking people, and you can read the article, not only were they asking for 5,000 people for the world's largest pizza party, they're putting the costumes on it. Will, first thought on, we've talked about the complexity, but the costume party aspect, do you buy it? Or is it just another element making this way too hard?
I just wonder, do you get the record then because you're now the largest costume party, like pizza party, right? Versus like just pizza party on its own? Are we carving out a niche for no reason to kind of figure this out? Or is there some unique reason why we need to be in costumes? I'm just struggling to think of like why.
And that I don't understand it, I guess. I'm with you. First off, if this were late October, Halloween, I could buy it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But
I'm with you.
We talked ad nauseum how difficult the logistics for these pizza parties are. And then to make people in period. Then to add the costumes. What's a costume? Right? Am I wearing a costume? Are you a costume? Right? Like it seems that you're taking a difficult and making it impossible to me.
The costume part, the technicals of it, I wonder what the consideration is, because I think, like we've said a couple times, the party itself, right, was like minimum amount of slices and then a drink, right, consumed within X amount of time, right? There's parameters and guidelines around that specifically. The costume, what makes it? Do I have to have a hat? Do I put on a clown nose and that counts, or a mustache? You know what I mean? Like, what is now the consideration to say I am in a costume or not? What counts? Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know. More complexity than is needed.
So, I mean, listen, New Haven. Right. I love your style. I love that they're going to hold that pizza party record. I guess you got to break it up some way. But man, if you're going to do it late October. I don't know. Listen, New Haven, you've been doing you. We've been very critical at times, but just happy you're part of the show, I guess.
Just keep making the pizza you make, and people will come and eat it, and we're all going to be really happy. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't need to come to the party for it in a costume. Exactly. What would you be? Wait, what would you be if you went?
I'd be a pizza monster, obviously. It was just Cookie Monster, but just eat pizza.
I gotcha.
Yeah. That's one. What would you be? You'd be something weird, like a ninja or something?
I would probably go as a Ninja Turtle, I would think. It seems fitting.
I mean, that seems a little on the nose, but that's really smart. Yeah. I'm a little upset I didn't think of that.
Donatello was my favorite. That would be me.
Obviously, Donnie's the best. He was the best in the video games, right? He's not the coolest, but he's like the nerdiest, and we're kind of,
I agree,
if I may, kind of a nerdy guy, right? So yeah, all right, I'll allow it. Good. All right, we are going to keep moving west here. Well, do you like horror movies at all?
No, I get scared.
Yeah. Same, but a lot of people like Five Nights at Freddy's, which is kind of horror, kind of satirical, maybe.
I'm with you on this one.
They're going to open the real Freddy Fazbear's pizza location in 2027. Without looking, where are they opening this?
I think on Friday the 13th.
I didn't say when. I said where.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Where?
I'm sorry.
Where? No. When? Friday the 13th. That makes a lot of sense. Which, let's check the calendar. There actually is one coming up next year. But where?
Wow.
Where do you think?
I don't know. I was going to go with Detroit.
You would think East Rutherford, New Jersey in 2027, which kind of seemed a little random because that's not that big of a town. But anyways, New Jersey Entertainment Retail Center, American Dream. I'll open the real life Freddy Fazbear's pizza location based on Five Nights at Freddy's, but it'll be immersive. Pizzeria will be a quick service dining experience with the animatronic stage shows. And it they go on, right, for Five Nights at Freddy's. People that aren't maybe aware, it was a video game series, a kind of satirical horror. And then, there's novels, there's been films. It's been a whole thing. And think basically Chuck E. Cheese, but evil, kind of.
Yeah.
So my question here for you, dear friend, in no way do they show the pizza, right? How worried are you about the quality of the pie here? 'Cause I get you're going for the immersive experience. Are you worried about the quality of pizza?
I think I have a decent expectation of what I'm envisioning this pizza looking like, which would be a similar pie, I think, to an arcade or something else that's going to be out there, Jim. And that's kind of what I'm envisioning, without a doubt here. Yeah, I'm going for the animatronic show or
Yeah,
something else for the most part here.
I'm with you. Listen, you don't go to Chuck E. Cheese for the pizza, right? You get, but it's a part of it. I would hope, especially if you're in New Jersey, that you deliver the pie, right? And I get its experience but it's a quick service, right? So it's going to be probably a slice vibe, I'm assuming,
Yep.
right? So as an experience, I buy it. I'm worried about the pizza, right? And I would almost have wanted them to cater in the pizza from somewhere else, right? Established place that then try to take it on themselves, because that's hard, right? To not only have a pizza startup, but then with all the animatronics and the glitz and glamour, I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried for them. I'm gonna be honest.
See, so interesting though. You've got a different take than me on this one in terms of the style of the quick serve. I was thinking more of like, like a mod pizza where I'm getting a full pie, but maybe it's smaller, but it's good, but it's going to be quick serve. You know what I mean? That's where I was thinking, like, tortilla shell with cheese and sauce on it, right? Is the direction I was going, but a full pie as opposed to a slice. I don't know. That's where I'm landing now. Now we're gonna have to attend. We're gonna have to attend.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go, certainly. And gosh, now you got me worried. But again, I think that's almost harder, right? So if I was thinking, right, you've got slice shops, you're basically pre-assembling, warm them in the back kind of thing. But you're right. If they're doing a whole mod pizza vibe here, gosh, it's almost harder. But I love it, I guess.
I do think it's harder.
I love it.
I'm with you.
Yeah, man, that's interesting.
Only because I think there's like if there's this like animatronic experience where you're gonna watch something, I'm picturing like sitting for a moment while that cooks. I have my number thing or buzzer or whatever, and I'm watching for a minute, and then that's it. I don't know. That's what I'm envisioning. But now I'm intrigued to see. Now we have to follow you.
Now I'm intrigued. You definitely got me. You got me thinking. Interesting. All right, cool. Well, we're going to continue to move west, and we're going to go to Philadelphia. I absolutely love this article. Let me pull it up. So, Inquirer.com, Fishtown's latest pizzeria celebrates Black culture with pies topped with oxtail and collard greens, jerk chicken, and shrimp and grits. So Anya Wilson Worley's first solo restaurant, halal pies with flavors drawn from Black culinary tradition. So, first off, before we do anything else, Will, critique that pie in front of us.
It looks beautiful. Honestly, it looks so good. I don't have good words than other like that looks really good.
Flawless. So in Crust We Trust, definitely going a different direction. A lot of good pizza in the area. So let's look at this one, right? This is called the bomb. Jerk chicken, mozz, pineapple, and mango glaze. Listen, I'm not a pineapple on pizza guy. I buy it with the jerk chicken hard.
Yeah. I'm in. I wonder what the mango glaze is like.
It's gotta be great.
So am I thinking like a drizzle, like just like a balsamic drizzle, but a mango glaze?
That's exactly what it looks like, right? Okay. But they're doing oxtail and collard greens, Cajun shrimp with broccoli and grits all day. And then the jerk chicken. Listen, those wings look pretty great to me, right? I'm a wing guy. Those are not skimpy wings. So I love it, right? So again, we talk about regional styles, and we're going to talk a lot about regional styles this episode. But when you talk about combining cultures, Will, correct me if I'm wrong, this is kind of the epitome, right? Where you take foods from a culture, but then you amalgamate in the pizza, and this is where the regional styles, this is where it comes from, right?
This is the kind of one I think that makes sense and probably tastes pretty good, as opposed to a mashup that you don't need to have. This looks like a good one.
Right. I mean, collard greens and oxtail on pizza, that's brilliant, right? The flavors, the textures, it's not a gimmick where so many are, right? It is, these flavors actually make a lot of sense. And that looks like a really banging pie. And that's not a small pie. That's got to be a 20-incher easy.
Yeah, that is a big pie.
I love it.
Wait, were the grits on the pie for one of these,
So
or
it
they was
looks
on the
like Cajun
side?
shrimp with broccoli and grits. We have a picture of that, but yes, that I ship all day. I
I've
love that.
never.
There's little dollops. I love it.
Yeah, I'm intrigued with grits on pizza. Interesting.
Cheesy
I'm
grits,
down
I
to
would
try
assume.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I kind of wish Anna were here because I'm sure she would either love it or hate it and I'd want to hear it. But yeah, I think you finish it right. I feel like they would burn, but man, a little bit
yeah, I'm
like you
thinking
use that
that.
as your ricotta moment, right? Around all
Yeah,
day, all day. So, anyways, if you're in Philly, in Crust We Trust, check it out.
check it
They
out.
opened a couple weeks ago. Man, that all day.
I'm a sucker for oxtail anything. If I see it, I forget the
Oh my
spot.
gosh.
And it got highlighted, man, a couple months ago we were chatting about it. I can't remember if it was in the Bronx or it was in Brooklyn, but they were doing oxtail slices and there was like a real big hype around them. But so I'm a sucker for oxtail anything. I think it's such a cool just use of a protein, man, whenever I see it.
I love it. I recently did kind of a play on oxtail. If you watch The Bear, did like a Coke braised short rib. I did that with oxtail. It was
Oh,
awesome. All right. I am typing here for a reason, and we're going to pull that up here. So, Will, you know that I love pizza. I love regional styles of pizza. So we're going to
yeah.
go to one here. Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. Milwaukee-style pizza is real. And yes, it's fabulous. So, Will, have you ever heard of Milwaukee-style pizza?
I have
Okay.
not.
Okay. So I'm just gonna go Google real quick, just to hype check a little bit. If you Google who is the regional pizza expert, you just Google that. Whose name comes up here first? This is AI. Who is
Is
that?
that Jim Mumford? Is that
That's
Jim
Jim
Mumford?
Mumford. I know a little bit about regional pizza. I mean, this isn't me saying it. This is Google, right? Number one, up top. Okay. Let's go in this article, shall we? Yes, Milwaukee style pizza is real and it's fabulous. So I'm just going to scroll down. I'm not going to read any words. They'll just get me fired up. You see this pizza here. And you say, well, what kind of pizza is that? You know
Yeah.
things about things. What kind of pizza is that?
This is like
What style?
is this
You
like a
call it like
tavern
probably a
style
bar
pizza?
pie at tavern style? Tavern style.
Bar
Yeah.
pie, bar pie. I was going tavern. I was going tavern for it.
Yeah. 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 I go to tavern. That's a tavern style pizza. The party cut, the thin crust, the
Yeah,
cheese with the whole thing, right? If I were to reverse
yeah.
Google search this, which I have, and I'm not going to here, it comes up with Chicago tavern style pizza.
Okay.
So while
Yeah.
I appreciate there is good tavern style pizza in Milwaukee, I'm not saying there is not. There are some really, really great places. I'm going to get on my pizza soapbox here. They're talking about how Milwaukee style pizza has a fermented dough, which goes through a sheeter. You know what else has a fermented dough that goes through a sheeter, Will? That'll be
Tavern style
Chicago
pizza?
tavern style pizza. Yeah. Cracker thin crust topped with sausage. They use sausage a lot, which you never see in Chicago tavern style pizza. It's safe to say, listen, good pizza in Milwaukee. Great. Milwaukee style pizza is nothing. It's nothing. I say here, it is tavern style, which originated in Chicago.
Yeah.
It is, I've had enough pizza in around Milwaukee to say that it is, I say it's more thin, it's more cracker crust. Well, I could put 20 in front of you, 10 from Milwaukee, 10 from Chicago. You could not tell a difference in thickness or forever. So, all respect, Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. I hope if any hate mail, send it right to me, Jim@jimcooksfoodgood.com. There's my email. Milwaukee style pizza is nothing. Will, your thoughts?
Wow. I
Came
mean,
in hot.
listen, I know I critique certain styles of or regional styles of pizza here, Jim, but I'm with you, man. What is being proposed as making this unique to Milwaukee, if at all anything?
Yeah, they put this highlighted in here for me just to troll me. They're saying it that the crust is more thin. It's 1.25 millimeters thick because they measured, I'm sure. And they say it's the toppings that it's more oblong and it's sausage, mushroom, and onion is the uniqueness. Now, I don't know, bud. I've been to a lot.
I don't know. know about this one, man. This is
And
a
just,
little wonky.
but this is what got me. It comes true Milwaukee-Style pizza, fermented dough rolled through a sheeter. That is every tavern style place I've ever been to. Rolls it through a sheeter. And then Milwaukee, they have the better water, right? They have better water contributes to a superior flavor and texture, which I kind of want to pull up the first article we ever discussed where I actually went to water
I know.
and how the water between Milwaukee and Chicago is indistinguishable, truly. So all respect to everyone who is part of this article. I love pizza. I love tavern style pizza. It's great. Tavern style pizza in Milwaukee is just not Milwaukee style pizza.
I mean, just give me something. Give me something from Milwaukee. Like even just to humor it for 1 second, the thickness is going to be like everyone's going to make their pie, like, in a variation of that. We're never going to have consistency, right, to kind of hold true. And the toppings here sound like one particular pie, right, as opposed to what we've seen with some regional styles where it's like, there's not necessarily just a trio of ingredients that just make this it, and that's the only variation, right? There's got to be room to kind of move around a little bit in this. This sounds so like distinct. I can't get with this one, man.
So I love it. So what I've done is I've reverse Google how people describe Milwaukee style pizza. And every time the first thing comes up is Chicago tavern style pizza, often referring to my own articles, by the way. But I don't know, man. It's just this one, a couple articles we've talked about over the years have set me off. This one got me
on this one.
Vibrating. So again, respect. Ain't hate. Anyone wants to debate this, it's fine. Still better than St. Louis style, right? Gotta get my shots in while I can. But thank you for indulging me on.
I'm on the lookout. I'm on the lookout now for other Milwaukee style pizzas. Maybe there's something out there. This is not it. Maybe we haven't found it. I'm interested. Right?
Tell me it's not that it's rolled thin with sweet sauce and cut into squares. Tell me I'm wrong, right? I'm not, right? This little bestseller tells me I'm not. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Convince me. We're gonna keep moving west. This south, actually. 90 miles south. We are Time Out Chicago. Great publication, I would say. This Logan Squares Pizzeria is selling the largest pizza of Illinois, a $500 pie that's taller than Sabrina Carpenter. So, Pauly G's famous, right? Logan Square, real pizza, right? Pizza bigger than Sabrina Carpenter. Don't know why they keep comparing it to her, but that's fine. But they call it the Sheet Show. It's a grandma style pizza, 5 feet 2 inches, 65 pounds, $500 price tag. This bad boy will, all day, right? I mean, I'm in. Yeah, get it for a party.
I'm down to try it.
Feeds 20 to 35 people. All right, so let's say that's about $15 a person, couple slices. I'm all in.
How many slices do I get from a 5-foot pie? Am I going to get 3 or 4 per person? I guess these are going to be like a party cut kind of style, or these little squares, right? From that
squares. So it's 23 times the size of a regular pie. You figure a regular pie, regular's going to have 8. So you're going to get what, 170 slices?
Okay. Right. Yeah, fair. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get a couple out of this then for sure, dude. Okay. All right.
Custom board or in advance, obviously 1 order per night, obviously 72 hours in advance. That actually checks. Listen, I like that they've got 4 different styles here, right? You're not just socked with, pepperoni. You can mix it up a little bit, but I love it. And of course it's Pauly G's, right? Who are just legends in everything they do. But we've covered a lot of gimmicks here. I'll get your take. This doesn't feel like a gimmick. This feels like a adventure, right? More than a party stunt.
Yeah, it seems fun. You can sample so many different ones. I'm with you on this. I guess you just got to get 30 friends or 20 friends to get around it is the harder part, right? Or I guess you could be. I guess we could go there. I need to be able to leave.
Yeah, I think I know enough people in Chicago. I think we could make that pizza party happen, right?
All right.
And then when we get hungry, we'll drive up and get some Milwaukee style pizza, right? There's a little snack at the end of the night.
And we just sample some of that Milwaukee style in Chicago, though.
It would save us some time, right? God, I can't wait to troll some of my friends and call it tavern style, Milwaukee style. I'm going to like John Carruthers. I'm going to troll him with that in the next couple days and just see what happens. That's going to be fun for me. All right. Last article. We are going so far west. we have left the continent.
Oh,
Foodwide.com. What is Tokyo style pizza? Why you're about to see it everywhere in the US. So, Tokyo style pizza, first off, and just show this picture. Well, good looking pie, right?
absolutely, dude.
You know, we've talked about here a lot of non-Italian winners, you know, of pizza. A lot are coming from Tokyo. I think you were there and you talked about it, right? How some of
Yep.
you know the best places are just right there, right? So, you know, obviously pizza, who invented Tokyo pizza? I don't know, maybe invented, but maybe popularized. So, you know, but it's different flour blend. So what's different, right? Flour blends, temperatures, wood-fired ovens, certainly, but there's, you know, I think they use harder and softer like blends of flours. You know, typically, you know, we use maybe one or two. It's a little more nuanced, but it is maybe a little more
salt punch,
yes,
component to it. Absolutely.
Yes. So again, it looks Neapolitan, but it's a little more thick and airy, and then a little more thin on the bottom. So, and yeah, the salt punch, you nailed that, is kind of maybe the flavor difference. But I don't know, it's cool. It's so you can go through this article, please read it. But you know, when you're at 900 Fahrenheit, that's pretty darn hot. And then the toppings tend to get a little more adventurous than your typical Neapolitan. You know, I talked about Nuda and olives, deep fried pickled fish, sea bream carpaccio, wagyu beef, right? We're going a little more, if I dare I say, California with it.
Yeah.
But
I knew that was going to get in here somewhere.
Go to the motherland, they're going to say it's not Neapolitan pizza, and it's not, right? Based on the flours and the everything. But it's cool. So it's definitely coming to stateside, bring it back, right? Coming to New York, right? The water is a little bit different. The yeast, the flours they can get. You know, they're blending American, Canadian, Japanese flours, but you know, it's popping up in New York. We've talked about it in California many times. And then really it's kind of going global. So Will, you are uniquely, right? You've had pizza over in Tokyo. Do you see this becoming a thing, right? Where it's the Tokyo Neapolitan kind of thing? Am I be writing about that in a couple of years?
I hope you are, tell you the truth, man. I think one of the really interesting parts of it is just like, when you think, at least when I think like refined Japanese food, we think like simplicity and like, you know, like the craft, right? And kind of honing in on it. But then like the toppings here just get like wild. So it's kind of like wild. They let loose with it. And it's just such an interesting mix to see that kind of like tradition that they would go into something like such well prepared and then turn it into like, yeah, but we're going to throw like chicken curry on it. 'Cause I've seen a bunch of these too on top of it that are completely out of there. And you're just like, wow, like what a cool mix. I think the pies are really cool. The environment's fun. I love the profile of this kind of like salt punch with the pizza. So I hope to see it kind of roll out more. Maybe it's going to be the pizza trend for next year, right? More. I feel like Neapolitans kind of, I don't want to say fell off for a minute, right? But we've got a lot of other representation to kind of, you know, renaissance of New York style pizza. So maybe this is going to be the throwback to say like, hey, Neapolitan, come on back in, bring your style with a little variation. And it's going to be the Tokyo style.
Yeah, I think you nailed that. And you said exactly, took the words out of my mouth, right? You have Neapolitan, then you have the Neo-Neapolitan, right? Which is kind of we're not going to follow the precise Italian rules, but we're going to do our thing. And this feels like the Neo-Neapolitan, right? The next phase where, like you said, the regional styles kind of went, you know, they went to the Detroits and they went to the Taglios and they went to but we're going to go full circle. But not everyone can make a Neapolitan, nor does everyone want a Neapolitan. But it's the evolution with the flours and the toppings, right? And it's like I say, it's the growth, and just you love to see how every few decades pizza reinvents itself again and again and again. But this is also very strictly Japanese. You said it right. It's simple, but very meticulous with the flours and the waters and right. It's not just whatever flour you can get. They are very precise. And in a way, it's deceptively simple, but it's ultimately fussy, which is pizza to a T, right? So I love it. We're gonna follow this, and you know, I set myself reminders for future shows, and this is why I set a reminder for it, because I think I'm calling in 2028, Domino's is gonna do a Tokyo style pizza, right? Just something with the crazy topping, with something. Just I see it. I see it being very approachable. You see that pizza, I'm like, I want that. I know what that is. And yet being surprised with the toppings and the crust and the punchiness from the salt. It looks approachable, but it's different. And I think it checks all the boxes.
Was there I don't recall there being a Tokyo style in the book. Is this version 2? Are going to be out there?
I mean, I've bantered around the international version. There is no Tokyo style. You know what else their style isn't, Will? There's no Milwaukee style in the book. Will, where can we find you on social media, my friend?
There will be. There could be a version 2 with the Milwaukee style. Let's see how this mail starts rolling in for you.
Oh my, I hope I get hate mail. I welcome it. Please, Jim at Jim Cooks Food Good. Will, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me everywhere. Funny Will with an IE.
Yeah, I am Jim Cooks Food Good wherever you get your content and want to send hate mail if you're in the general Wisconsin area. I Need Pizza Club, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. Please like, rate, subscribe, check us out. Plenty of old episodes. We go back several years. All of them are great. I promise I don't rant about regional styles of pizza in all of them. Most, but not all. And obviously, we do a lot with the I Need Pizza Club. We've got the industry show Mondays on Clubhouse, and a lot of great content, a lot of great interviews on YouTube. Please check those out. So until next time, this has been the Pizza Roundtable, part of the I Need Pizza Club network. And we look forward to talking pizza with all of you next week.